Hello everyone and welcome to the Wolfszeit channel. Today with a very special topic, always special, the patch summary. And yes, Starbolt patched in a lot of stuff and the community loved the patch. Besides some bugs you maybe also have encountered. These are ground uriels, you know, these are new species. They also adjusted some stuff according to the PTR. And these are now the final changes in the Clade gifts and mastery, it seems. But they can still change stuff dependent on the feedback you gave them. But all in all, a lot of Alvarine players are really liking the new changes, it seems. And this directly brings me to the most controversial topic this whole patch was about. It's all about the new armor-pierced mechanic. So the Alvarine Clade gift Runner's High gives you the chance of 50% bypass by target's armor. This is made that the Alvarines are better divers, I guess. I know that this topic is very controversial. I don't have an own opinion on that, but please leave your opinion in the comments about this topic. Would be awesome, by the way. Because I know it's a controversial topic and a lot of people talked about that and asked for change in that. Because in the first place it was labeled as 30%. They also added a lot of good stuff in there. And with that, of course, the lockout in the dungeon prevention. That people no longer can lock out in the dungeons. This is an awesome addition because some people have really camped the dungeons and also locked out second characters there. And when an alert came, they locked in and killed the players that were trying to make the dungeon. It seems to work in every dungeon except the Talos Riser dungeon, and I can also tell you why. Either it's a bug or it's intended because the Talos Riser dungeon has no ceiling, so it's basically the open world. So I don't know if that is intended. And finally, some protection for the new players arrived in terms of the Fledgling System. The Fledge system? I don't know. The only thing that's changed here are the numbers. So now it's basically 1 week. And there were also a lot of combat changes, especially the equipment hit weak spot and a fix for the arm and handle hits, where you could land a weak spot with a handle hit. And just my personal side note here for Starbolt. A little bit of weak spot, maybe a 1% chance or something like that would also be awesome. For every weapon group and for every weapon type and for every weapon. Would be neat, just a 1% chance. I mean, just for the fun, but it's not necessary. And Starbolt also improved the UI. Yeah, you heard correctly. And also, of course, the AI creatures and NPCs. But nothing has changed there since the PTR. But at one other topic, they changed a lot. In general, I mean, the overall pet handling with the focus and to actually use pets in combat and making them easier to level. So you could have your pet beside you and killing, for example, a Riser or a Satyr, and your pet is getting experience. I tried this with a Riser camp and my horse leveled and it felt good. That instead of AFKing 6 hours to grind some animals to 125, you can also grind them while actually playing the game. So this makes sense. Starbolt also made a server upgrade and also an engine upgrade. And they removed the DirectX 11 option. So for a few people that played with DirectX 11, you can no longer play that. So if you have crashes, I highly suggest to you, if you have an Intel processor like me, that you update your BIOS, so then you have less crashes. Also with the Unreal Engine with other games. This was the problem Intel had with the broken chips and stuff. The BIOS update can repair something there, but it's still a broken chip. Sometimes you crash, but at least you can play the game. And no, it's not Starbolt's fault, it's not the Unreal Engine's fault, it's Intel's fault. And now to the most addictive stuff that I have ever seen in the world of Mortal Online. No shit. It's the lottery system. One ticket costs 3 gold. You need 3 symbols correct, then you're getting the gold amount that it says on the ticket. For example, you're having 3 times 1000 there on the ticket, then you're getting 1000 gold. And people are buying these tickets like maniacs. And the jackpot is getting higher and higher and stuff. And the people just won't stop. It's an epidemic. Even in our guild, we have some individuals who were wasting stacks of gold in there. And yeah, that is also the beauty of Mortal Online. You can do whatever you want. But if you have a gambling addiction, stay away from this system, to be honest. But on top of the lottery system, they also adjusted the localization, which I also made a video about that the entry level is lower, that we can have more players starting out in the game. And they also made some optimizations and also changed some art. And they directly changed that. So while editing this video, they patched new stuff. So this is the hotfix that directly came after the patch. So a lot of smaller tweaks, I guess, in the AI, creatures and NPC department. And glad that they fixed the Uriels are not moonwalking sideways. But to be honest, it looks funny. At least a little bit, So they also fixed a little bit of the art, and here comes the big thing. The lottery system added a fanfare sound when you win a prize. Update what numbers you are shown on the ticket to make it more exciting. Reduce the numbers of different values you can win on a ticket, that it's more engaging when you lose, I guess. And fix the UI issue with flickering on certain screens. And on top of that you can't interact with the lottery vendor when you are away from that, which makes sense. So all in all, it's a very exciting patch, and the feedback from the community is very positive about this patch. Of course, there are some issues there for some people with some mechanics, but this will always be the case. You can't balance this game to 100%. But it's good that the community always suggests stuff to StarVault, what is OP and what is not OP, that we can at least close the gap a little bit, that we can have at least a little bit of balance. And the thing is, the balance currently is much better than in the first game, because in the first game they would have patched in the shit, it would have everything would have been broken. And seeing this now, this game, Mortal Online 2, going this awesome development route and getting these awesome patches and stuff, and the community is engaged and everyone is happy about that. Okay, not all the time, but at least we have patches and at least they are good and they are stable. Okay, sometimes stuff breaks, stuff is broken, it's software. Every patch something is broken, even Microsoft breaks stuff all the time. But please leave your opinion about Mortal Online 2, about the current development, about current patches, and about the past 6 months or so. What is your opinion about StarVault? What is your opinion about the game? Is the development going in the right direction in your opinion? Should StarVault focus more on mechanic implementation instead of balancing discussions? And if you had, for example, 5 wishes of stuff you could implement, what would it be? Just an example. Breeding system, arena system, Underdark, NPC behavior, caravan system, Kurite lictor guards with wings, droppable equipment from NPCs, and guild emblems, and so on and so on. So there's a lot of stuff that StarVault can implement in the next years or decades. So yeah, please leave a like and subscribe, would be awesome by the way, and share this video with your friends. Everyone helps. And sadly, the supporter Professor O is no longer a Patreon supporter, but he supported for a lot of years. And I must really say thank you. And it gave me so much motivation. You can't even imagine. And I also need to thank all of you guys, because you really keep me going. Oh, I'm getting nearly a little bit horny, I guess. Anyway. So special thanks to all the remaining supporters. Carmel, Paladin Life, Lucario, Ronus, Patanlux, Cologne Bulldog, and others. And yeah, never forget to make your patch hard, I guess. Just a joke. Never forget to make party hard, and see you all next time. Goodbye.